Imagine having employees that do work for you, but you don't have to pay them or even manage them until you get paid first. And imagine that the product you sell is your design, your vision, and yet you don't ever have to touch inventory or bring your product to the post office. All of that is done for you. Welcome to the power of print on demand, a miracle of technology and logistics that ultimately enables you to sell online with virtually zero risk or upfront financial investments, often associated with creating your very own business that sells branded consumer products. Being able to feature your brand front and center is a huge benefit of the print on demand model. We've all heard of dropshipping or arbitrage through Amazon or eBay, but with print on demand, these products have your designs, your brand, and sold on your online store. You see, traditionally, if you wanted to create a clothing or lifestyle brand, you would have to take your designs to a manufacturing partner, negotiate minimum order quantities, prepay for, say, 1,000 units, wait for production and for the manufacturer to ship the skid to you, find a place to house your inventory, and then as your first orders trickled in, would have to individually package, create, and stick a shipping label, and then drive those individual packages to the post office each and every day. With print on demand, though, you just need your digital designs to be uploaded and synchronized between your print on demand supplier and your online store. And when a visitor to your website places an order for a t-shirt with your design on it, your website collects the customer's money first, then automatically notifies your print on demand supplier. From there, one of their employees goes to the rack, takes one t-shirt, loads it into the garment printing machine, loads your design file, prints it onto the t-shirt, folds and packages it for shipping, adds the shipping label, and off it goes to your customer. At which point your company's credit card gets charged and you don't have to lift a finger. Now that you know how the process works, let's talk about some of the nuances and tips to guide you to your very first sale. Whether we're talking shirts, mugs, canvas art, or notebooks, there are so many products you can offer your customers, although they are limited to the products available through your print-on-demand supplier. Using Printful, which, by the way, I'm not saying is the best, it just happens to be the POD supplier I personally use, we can see that there are tons of apparel options, some drinkware options, a few art and poster choices, a few other random miscellaneous products like one notebook and one pet collar tag. This means if you wanted your logo or design on, say, a frisbee, you're out of luck, at least where Printful is concerned at the time of recording this video. Another limitation is, of course, your profit margins. It's pretty standard nowadays to see t-shirts from YouTube channel shops and all over social media being sold for about $30 US. Hopping back over to Printful, we can see an extra large black t-shirt carries a cost of $13 to you. But this is your brand, so you may want to add a printed label inside the back of the neck for another $2.50. You have your design as the main front art, but you also want to add both a premium feel and your brand on the sleeve for another $2.50. Shipping within the US costs $4, and since we all know that the offer of free shipping is often the trigger to break through the last second purchasing resistance, this means if you cover the cost of shipping, all in, you are looking at $22 of your cost. Now you may think at $22 of your cost and a $30 selling price, you get to pocket the remaining $8. But you also need to factor in things like your business's taxes, covering the cost of a small percentage of potential returns, and marketing your business. This means when all is said and done, your net profits may end up being just $4 per shirt sold at $30. I don't say this to be discouraging, by the way. The fact is, with the right designs, the right marketing, and a niche that you are passionate about, it's absolutely possible to sell 500 units a month. And at $4 net profits each, an extra $2,000 every month would be awesome for never needing to lift a single finger. What's more, print on demand is the best stepping stone because of the minimal risk and the ability to validate your designs and business before mass producing. I mean, if you ever get to a point where one of your designs is even selling 100 units a month, it absolutely makes sense at that point to start ordering 1,000 shirts at a time and carrying that inventory. Since if you pre-order 1,000 shirts, your cost per shirt will be less than $5. And if you keep selling at $30 each and continue to pay for shipping, now we're talking big money. But speaking of shipping, this is the last main limitation of POD, which compared to most modern consumers' expectations, print-on-demand delivery can feel like an eternity. Going right back to the example of the black extra large t-shirt on Printful, you can see right here that the delivery time is 5 to 8 business days. I mean, in the world of Amazon Prime, where customers expect that their order arrive the same or next day, 8 business days is a week and a half. Now, the easy remedy, of course, is that you set your customers' expectations early in their buying process so that they are mentally prepared for this by, for example, clearly stating in the product description that shipping can take up to 2 weeks. And hey, if your design is compelling enough, your customers will still gladly wait. But I just had to mention this before diving into the positives, the huge opportunities that can be realized through print on demand. By the way, if you love the idea of running a semi-automated business from anywhere, then you are going to want to register to this free webinar that will teach you how to quickly start a profitable print-on-demand store. This 40-minute webinar will get you from a product idea to setting up an online store to getting your first print-on-demand sale. Learn where to find designs, how to connect with suppliers without paying for products up front, worrying about inventory, or shipping a single package yourself. Just click the link in the description below to sign up for the webinar. But that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves, so I want to switch gears and share who I believe should consider print on demand by seeing which types of entrepreneurs are most primed and set up for maximum chances of success, as well as who should consider POD as a beginning business model. For YouTubers, influencers in general, and visual artists, POD is a fantastic option, especially if you've already built an audience to about 1,000 real human subscribers or followers, or more. The reason is simple. Your main daily work activity is creating content. It's not to manage inventory or a store. The products you'd sell through print on demand are to serve as an additional stream of income while simultaneously helping to build your personal brand. And if we take an example of 1,000 real Instagram followers or YouTube subscribers, it is perfectly reasonable with the right designs and the right messaging to anticipate a 1% monthly conversion of sales, which means 10 sales of your merch every month as you casually mention that your products are available. And although 10 sales a month will feel awesome at the beginning because it means 1% of your audience likes you enough to spend their own hard-earned money on your merch, 10 units a month is hardly worth carrying inventory for in order to realize higher profit margins with the added risk of carrying that inventory and added work of handling fulfillment and shipping yourself. For visual artists, you can expect a higher conversion compared to, say, a YouTuber, since your designs and artistic creations themselves are the reason for your following. The other type of entrepreneur who I think is primed for the greatest chances of success are those who are deeply immersed, passionate, and most of all, super knowledgeable of a very narrow niche or community. This means that your designs will speak so loudly and resonate so deeply with your target customer, which in and of itself will greatly increase your likelihood of converting. For example, I have a friend and she is a competitive hacky sacker. Compare that to me who knows nothing about hacky sack other than the fact that I'm absolutely terrible at it. Now, who do you think could create a design or string together a few words on a t-shirt more effectively to sell to the super tight niche of female hacky sack enthusiasts? As an exercise, I asked her to think of something to put on a t-shirt to sell to other girls who love the sport, and this is what she came up with. A shirt that says, "I'll kick your sack and you'll like it." She mentioned that hacky sack is still so male-dominated and that she and all the other girls in the community would get a kick, no pun intended, in facing off against the guys at competitions with those words staring right back at them. What's more, even though she's not a YouTuber, nor does she have a following on other social channels, the fact that she's so involved in the community means that she's got a pool of customers that share her passion, who already know her, and who she can reach out to if she ever decides to launch her print-on-demand t-shirt business and help build her own brand. Look, anyone can find success through print-on-demand. The reason I talked about these two general clusters of people all came down to having a baseline community or audience to immediately sell to without the need for paid ads right out the gate. More often than not, print on demand is an attractive avenue because it requires very little, if any, upfront financial investment. Oftentimes, early-stage solopreneurs and side hustlers don't have the budget nor the confidence to navigate paid social or search ads. So if there's already an existing audience, the opportunity to generate sales without paid advertising is of course a huge bonus. With the what and the who out of the way, let's finish it off with an overview of the how. Step 1 is to make sure the print-on-demand supplier you're interested in has a seamless integration with your online store. If it doesn't, it defeats the whole purpose of going with print-on-demand, since without an integration, you're just going to have to do manual work to make sure that your customers' orders get fulfilled. With the example we've been using this entire time, Printful as a print-on-demand supplier has a seamless integration app with Shopify, my online store's platform. Step 2 is to create your designs. Most POD supplier websites have clear file guidelines, and using the same extra large black t-shirt from Printful, right on the product page you can see the guidelines including the acceptable file types, color profile, and even downloadable templates are right there on the webpage. If you don't know how to create your own designs, post a Facebook status update asking your friends list if anyone knows how to use Photoshop or Illustrator. Or you can use sites like Fiverr to find designers who can take your vision and turn them into digital files that follow your print-on-demand supplier's file requirements. Step 3 is to sign up for an account with your print-on-demand supplier and upload your designs to their product generator. Most print-on-demand supplier sites will also generate a mock-up image that you can use as your product image later in your online store. Step 4, assuming you already have an online store or have signed up to create a new one, is to download and install your print-on-demand supplier's integration app. This might sound daunting, but as you can see with Shopify, just go to the Shopify App Store, find your POD's integration app, click Install, verify your login details, and you're integrated. Step 5 is to set up the product in your online store, including creating the product page and setting up the shipping rules in your back end, whether you decide to charge extra for shipping or bake the cost of shipping into the cost of the product itself. And don't forget what we discussed earlier. Make sure your product page mentions the expected shipping times clearly so that your future customers won't be surprised. Technically, at this point, you're ready to sell. But 2 optional steps that I'd highly recommend are to 1. Order at least 1 sample from your POD supplier so you can verify it looks the way you want in real life. But also so you can take more custom product photos beyond the fake mock-up images that you got in step 3 above. From there, put that product page out into the world. Whether you share with your existing audience, niche community, or use paid advertisements, you need to drive awareness and traffic. You also have to talk to your target audience, ask for feedback, actively sell, and most importantly, take what you learn in order to add more products and more designs that give your store's visitors exactly what they want to buy in the future. If you are looking for an e-commerce platform to start building your own online store, we of course recommend Shopify, because it has tons of powerful tools that help you find customers, drive sales, and manage your day-to-day. Plus, it has seamless integration with a huge selection of print-on-demand suppliers. You can click the link right up here or in the description below to get a free 14-day trial so that you can test out all the features for yourself. No credit card is required, so you can make sure it's the right fit before you commit. But my recommendation, don't sign up for this free trial until you've created your design and both signed up and uploaded your design to your print-on-demand supplier of choice. That way, you'll literally be able to make sales the first day you start your free Shopify trial. If you want even more help getting started, there's also an awesome blog post on the Shopify blog that breaks down how to start a business in 11 steps. If you want an easy to digest breakdown to help understand the first steps to starting a business, I'll link that post down in the description below as well. This video has been a rapid-fire overview of everything you need to know before considering print on demand. But if you're done considering and ready to go, you should definitely check out this video right over here, where we walk you through the steps of setting up a print-on-demand t-shirt company. If you got some value, be sure to hit that like button because that one little tap or click helps us out a ton. And if you got lots of value, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so that you'll be notified the moment new videos just like this one drop. But regardless, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.